Kia ora, welcome to Monday, 12th of September 2022. Try and keep it short this morning. Not going to go for a long walk, but overcast weather-wise, but supposed to be kind of cloudy, sunny today, so we'll see. Got a bit of kind of interesting cloud formations on the horizon there. Not sure really quite what to call that. Kind of a big, huge, smooth bank of cloud with the sun kind of poking through there. So, quite a lot of it. Not moving particularly quickly, so yeah, we shall see. But it is moving. What to report? Since most of these rambles tend to be kind of what's going on. Kind of back and forth on the solar stuff. But we put some orders in for some more gear. So as mentioned, I've picked up some panels, and I've added some more panels to that order. So we've got 6 200 watt panels coming with the various mounting kits. And I'm not sure quite whether I'm going to wire those up in 2 lots of 3 or probably just going to wire them up in one series of 6. Because also going to be pulling the trigger on a EcoFlow Delta Pro, one of the big 3K units with LiPo batteries. And this is a change from where I was going with the new Delta 2 model, which is a 1K unit, which can be expanded to 2K. And the reason for it is this. Where I was looking at was getting a smaller solar generator, smaller number of panels, just to kind of keep it ticking over, really to power the computers and essential bits and pieces that we need throughout the work week. And I was kind of on the fence as to whether that was going to be enough. I've been doing some measuring and monitoring with the meter, and I think it's okay. But being a conservative type, it's like probably going to spring for an extra battery for that before too long. And we're still constrained by the input on that unit is, I think it's 500 watts from memory, 400 or 500 watts. So it's still really only going to be enough to kind of, power essential appliances, and we're still going to be reliant on the generators. So which comes to the second part. We have a generator. It's fairly noisy, but it is a generator nonetheless. And so I was looking at getting a quiet generator, effectively an equivalent to the Honda, but a lot cheaper, and apparently similarly reliable. But anyway, still a reasonable chunk of change. So by the time this all added up, with the unit and a spare battery and a generator and possibly a second generator because they don't run forever. And a lot of this is to do with air conditioning and large appliances, which we're coming into cooler weather, so it's not super duper important, but it is what it is. Anyway, the dollars are starting to stack up. This is the bottom line. $700 there and blah 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 blah. The panels I removed from this equation because I'm going to be using these panels for the larger setup further down the line. So they're not really excess to requirement. They're just a thing that will be used for some learning curve, I guess, while we source and build the bigger rig. But anyway, so yeah, solar generator. So kind of kicking in around the 2.8 kind of mark by the time I kind of get everything. If I have to get a second generator, then we're basically over over 3k, 3,200, 3,400 bucks for effectively a 2 kilowatt hour unit, a couple of generators, and on top of that, got to put the gas in it. And gas prices are still nowhere near pre-2021 levels, so you know, the generators are pretty economical, but if we had to run the big one every now and again, but more importantly we have to run even a small one a couple of times a day, it's still going to burn through, you know, $10 to $15 worth of gas a day, potentially, probably 10, but you know, heavier day. So that all adds up. You have to look at that for maybe 3 months. You know, you're looking at another grand. And yes, you have the generators at the end of it as extra backups for when we get the cabins and stuff. But the other side to it is hassle. And the hassle of having to get up, turn generators off, turn generators on, blah, 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 blah. And you can kind of rig something up for that. You can get some standby switches and things like that. But again, it's starting to get quite complicated for what is supposed to be, well, longer term living initially. But I don't really want to be fluffing around on this when I've got other better stuff to do. So long story short, decided to pull the plug or pull the trigger on the 3K Delta Pro. So more battery, more expandable if we do find that we need more battery. Plug straight into the RV. Accommodates more power input from solar. Will also quite happily take power from the generator if we need it. And quiet, and as long as we get a good reliable unit, just kind of works. So yeah, so that is pretty much where we're at. And when these all arrive, I'll probably do a test on them to make sure that things are working and we understand the draw on various components in the RV and what to switch on and what to switch off. A couple of people have done this and have shared their experiences, which is great, all positive. But a couple of gotchas if you have an RV. There's things in there that'll just suck power without, you know, telling you. And then we'll just play it from there. And then the only thing I think we're probably going to need to add, potentially, might be another battery for the RV, which is no big, it's another 350 bucks. So, well, it's not cheap, but, you know, if that means that we can have stuff in the RV that the RV is happy to run on 12 volt, running on 12 volt for longer, and then every now and again, when we have a nice sunny day, we'll just flick on the converter switch and let the Delta charge those batteries back up to full capacity, rinse and repeat. And it also means that we have a little more longevity if we do get cloudy days or what have you. Though again, have a generator, so not quite so bad. So this should be simpler, not much more expensive overall. Easier to put together, and therefore easier to hopefully maintain. The panels are going to get some use to start with, and then ultimately will be repurposed for the larger setup. So yeah, difficult to visualize if you don't quite know what I'm talking about, and apologies for that, but that's the point of the ramble. It's just getting some stuff out of my brain so that I can get on with other things like work, which is coming up now. So have a great day, kia ora. Chat again tomorrow, and we'll see how things go. Have a great one.